Hi Cancer, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of August 2021. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Bear with me as it is quite early here as I get my life together. But more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, of course, in regards to the subject of money and career, the message that came through was financial material success takes focus. Financial and material success takes focus. So with that said and done, let's get started and do some shuffling. We're going to pull a simple 6-card spread from the Light Seers Tarot deck. The Light Seers Tarot deck. And as I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind that this is a general money and career monthly read for the sign of Cancer, my lovely Cancers. So take what resonates, leave it doesn't for somebody else. But whatever placements it ends up being for you within your chart, all of which apply. If you're here to hear about a Cancer, you're more than welcome to join. But make sure to check out all your placements within your chart, the other placements, for more messages. You just never know. And I'm also accepting requests for personal readings at this time. Private readings, all you have to do is go down to the description box below where you will see all the options, pricing, and my email. And just reach out and I'll get that started for you. Alrighty? Okay. With that said and done, what do we have for our lovely Cancers for their money and career for August 2021? We got 2 flying out. Keep them coming for Cancer. Money and career for August 2021. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Got the first half. 3 out of the 6. Ooh, wow. Okay. And with the 8 of Wands being at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Empress, there's a feeling that a lot of endings are being highlighted, whether they're previous endings or they're ones that are coming, sort of endings that are coming to be within the month of August. A lot of Cancers prepping or giving birth within the month of August to a new financial start. Something like a side hustle or a job, something that's going to benefit you within your financial situation. A lot of you feeling as if this new career endeavor is going to benefit you greatly. Let's see here. But with the 8 of Wands, it being a month where things are happening quickly, it may feel at times that things are kind of stagnant or a bit stale, but for the most part, you're going to find that it's a pretty quick month. At times it shocks you. You could see how the cards just kind of flew out for the second half of the month. And we're beginning with the 5 of Pentacles. So you begin the month of August, and I'm hearing, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working out for me? A lot of you feeling as if you don't fit in a work environment, or feeling like there's a lack of money, or just you're not comfortable financially to the extent you'd like to be. I mean, going back to the overall message, your financial material success, or lack of which, takes focus. And it feels like throughout the month you'll gain a lot of success within the 2 categories of money and career, or as the overall message is financial and material success. But for the most part, you begin the month and there's a highlight on what's not working for you. A lot of you feeling like the environment is just too noisy or too overwhelming. Why am I stressing? Going back to there being a huge highlight on you stressing over everything, but more so it feels like on your money, even realizing that your situation, your you're realizing both are going to improve, but it feels like you're focusing on the financial struggles more so. It's going to work, so why am I stressing? Allow yourself to take a step back and look at things from a larger perspective and take the reminders coming in from spirit and the universe that things are going to work out. Clues kind of pointing you towards the fact that there's a key right there, right, towards a better job or a new financial side hustle to help you enhance your financial situation or to get you to that financial security that you desire at this time. Allow yourself to adjust your perspective just slightly or completely in order to feel better about your situation moving forward. And I believe you do just that. We have the Knight of Cups to move right along. You make your way to the middle of the first half of the month and you're feeling a little bit serious, but at the same time, you're feeling the creativity, the passion come back to life. You feel your glow come back, right? If you look closely at this imagery here. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's just this slight glow around him, male or female, in a feeling that things are about to take flight as I'm drawn to the little wings on his shoes. Your career is about to improve, your financial situation is about to increase. It's going to happen, so let me once again stay positive, implement more self-care, and take care of oneself. It's at this point in the month where a bit of abundance comes in to sort of lift your chin up in the air, to make you feel better, to brighten your perspective. I see a lot of you thinking about investing in a tattoo. Very nice. Let me know in the comments below. Or another big purchase like a car or a house. It's time to do what's right for me, feeling like people have kind of held you back from making certain choices, right? Or you just feeling like it's been a long time coming and you need to kind of finish up your sleeve of tattoos or get the car or house or apartment that you've been longing for a while. And so these kind of decisions you've been mulling over or been kind of stressing over, and now it's like you'll make them throughout the month of August at some point, but it feels like they definitely cross your mind in the middle of the first half. We're moving on to the third card where we have strength. All of the self-care that you implement within the middle of the first half leaves you towards the end of the first half of the month feeling quite strong. Or for a lot of you Cancers, it feels like you have to put on a bit of a facade if certain emotions come back to the surface, right? Whether it's you putting on a facade in your work environment or for clientele or for your coworkers, whatever the case may be, for some of you for an interview. There's just this feeling though that you're struggling to the furthest extent, feeling like, at one moment I'm strong, the next I'm not, and I have to put up this facade. And it's just like, why can't things be a lot easier as the spirit in the universe, keeps highlighting your financial and material success. You trying to kind of focus on the negatives at times or feel a bit down, and then your strength comes back to life as you're focusing and being pushed to do so, to focus on that success that you have coming to life, on the positives, right? And wanting to kind of look back at times towards the end of the first half of the month and focus on the negative financial choices you made or that didn't pan out, or the jobs that didn't work out, but you're rerouted to either come back to the present moment and focus on what's at hand, or simply to focus on even the positive things that came to be within your financial situation and your career. Remembering that not every day, every part of the month is going to be super strong, but it doesn't mean you can't sort of get up with your chin up and held up in the air with a proud kind of face and do what you have to do, right? Feeling as if a lot of you have to still kind of put your nose to the grinder, you get your work done, right? Fulfill certain obligations, and you'll get there. Just allow yourself the chance to kind of dust it off, right? And there's a feeling that a lot of Cancers will also be dusting off certain cobwebs or dust from certain skill sets they haven't used for a while, and it's time to kind of put them to use once again for a new job or a side hustle, or to kind of enhance your business in one way, shape, or form. Good for you. And we're moving on to the Queen of Wands. And so you make your way to begin the second half of the month, and you're feeling more creative, more passionate, but at the same time, it's like your excitement for your situation comes back to life. You're feeling it's easier to enjoy your career situation or situations. A lot of you Cancers get the job that you've been looking for, or a second job if you're deciding to add on to your workload. Just be careful, given it feels like there's already a lot of people that you're guiding the way for, or that simply depend on you. Feeling as if you need to take a step back at a certain point, though, to meditate, to again implement more self-care, looking back and realizing how helpful that was within the middle of the first half of the month. But being aligned with the Five of Pentacles, it's to begin, or as you make your way through this first chunk of the second half of the month, you're asked by Spirit and the universe, or pushed just slightly to compare when you're feeling down or sort of overly stressed about your situation. What's the difference between then, which was pretty much the beginning of the first half of the month, and then the beginning of the second half? Compare and contrast. Ask yourself, what's the difference? Was it more so the self-care? It was more so it was to a certain extent, but it was also your perspective, allowing for yourself to enjoy all of these successes that you've experienced up until this point, but also that are coming to life as you make your way through, again, this first chunk of the second half of the month. And we're moving on to the Ten of Swords. And as you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, you start to feel a bit emotional as you make your way into the middle of the second half of the month. Feeling as if you can't help but struggle once again, or slip back into that old habit of focusing on the negatives or those past struggles. A big financial decision and choice comes to life, or it comes time to make that choice, and you overly stress, or you feel as if you start to regret leaving an old job for one reason or another, but Spirit stops you and says to accept what is meant to be. Completion takes place, especially when it comes to certain jobs or side hustles, so that you can make room for a new one that's more so meant to be, right? And remembering to bring back that beautiful glow, to bring back that creativity, that passion for your situation that we were just experiencing, not too long ago at the beginning of the first half, and to accept what came to an end, what's meant to be, so you can make way for the new, for the fresh. And it just feels like the focus, once again, is still heavily on your financial and career success, as well as, your purchases, the success in that category as well. And we're moving on to the Six of Wands. Don't be surprised if you feel a bit lonely as well in the second half of the month. But it's like, it kind of feels like an up and down sort of roller coaster of emotions, and sort of success, and then feeling down, and then feeling successful again, feeling like your energy levels as well go up and down. Just ride the waves of the emotions and success throughout the second half of the month. When you make your way to finish up the second half of the month, and all eyes are on you, you feeling like you're achieving a lot. If we look at the transition of the imagery from the beginning of the second half of the month to the end, it just goes from excited and passionate to sort of down and a bit bleak to overly ecstatic with your arms up in the air. One arm at the beginning and both arms at the end, just feeling as if people are noticing you. A lot of you getting a certain level of recognition at your work or for your business, some of you on social media, and allowing for yourself to feel good about the completions that are meant to be, and remembering that you're giving birth to a new situation, or your career is being taken to the next level, and you just kind of taking a moment and being like, you know what, I'm confident in the financial choices I've made as well, even if all of which hasn't panned out perfectly, and remembering that's how you're meant to proceed. And being aligned with the Strength card, it's you sort of not having to finish up the month with the facade up. You know, you just feeling a bit stronger, or simply feeling as if everybody looking at you feels more comfortable than you expected, and allowing for the focus on your financial and material success to be a beautiful thing as you make your way to wrap up the month of August. All right, Cancer. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to reach out for a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, sending you love and light, and I hope you have an amazing month. I'll see you next time. Bye, Cancer.